Good morning. This is Josh Hayes with Hedge Plus, and here's today's market monitor. My headline for today is the big, beautiful bill delivers and strong export sales continue. Now, the bill that was passed in the House of Representatives yesterday is nothing final. It still has to go through the Senate, and it sounds like that may take up to another month, and changes can definitely be made. But as of right now, it has some very nice features in it that should solidify and boost production of clean transport fuels, ethanol and biodiesel. For one, it extends 45Z all the way through 2031. That's been something people have been waiting on and hoping for a long time. But other aspects of the bill that might go underreported are that it limits these credits to fuels from feedstocks produced in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico only. So that limits these credits to a much smaller group, including U.S. farmers, and then also has the removal of the ILUC, which was restrictive on refiners and basically penalized them and made it more difficult, more restrictions placed on them based on the notion that if if corn or soybeans were being used for ethanol or biodiesel, it would lead to a farmer, say in South America, having to cut down more rainforest to offset. So there was um, just more hurdles for the refiners with the ILUC rules, and those rules are removed in this bill, so that's helpful. And on the export side, we still have corn and soybeans running well ahead of the USDA forecast. Corn, so much to the degree that people are basically calling for in June for the USDA to once again raise the forecast for old crop corn exports, and which would cut into ending stocks even more. Very helpful. Beans, while they're slowing down, it's natural. It's the time of year that happens. But we're still running ahead of the USDA forecast. That kind of gets missed when we see low numbers, and and it just kind of gets ignored. But also, I want to note that new crop wheat sales are phenomenal. Every week we get such high totals that new crop sales alone are basically beating the overall estimates for combined sales, old crop and new crop. So wheat sales are so high that they're the highest in over a decade on new crop. So that's a very positive sign. All these things will show up in time throughout the year. On the bear side, forecast for warmer and drier temps will initially be welcome. You guys need a break from rain, and even the cooler frost-inducing temps we're seeing extremely up north. So initially, that forecast will be somewhat bearish for the markets. Nothing too extreme, but obviously, if it stays hot and dry too long, it'll turn bullish real fast. And then this was interesting yesterday to see the market kind of brush this off. AgroConsult out of South America released a forecast on the strength of Brazil's safrinha crop, of a production forecast of over 140 million metric tons, which so far the USDA had been the highest. Other forecasts have started to creep up and get close to the USDA's 130. But this new forecast from AgroConsult blew right past it. So it was good to see the markets took that in stride yesterday. Taking a look at the weather, Corn Belt mostly wet and cold. As I mentioned, frost up in the extreme northern parts of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and North Dakota, and flooding rains still in the forecast for parts down south. Tennessee River Basin, Ohio River Valley, parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma. So they're going to continue to get wet. The Gulf, definitely the Gulf states, they've been very limited in what they could get done the last few weeks, and that looks to continue. So that is a weather concern that is really making people question the chance for record acres and record yields. In China, scattered showers are offering a little bit of relief. I said that the drought area has been shrinking. They're not out of the woods entirely yet. I think they've turned a corner, but damage is definitely done. Argentina, recent flooding has expected to cut output that mostly is on their soybeans. And France and Germany definitely need rain. Parts of Northern Europe are getting rain that is missing France and Germany, and they need it pretty badly for their crop right now. I want to take a quick look at international prices. Not much has changed. We still have Argentina much lower than us on corn and beans. With wheat, one of the reasons we've been able to forward sell so much wheat a new crop is that we had such a great price, best price for extended period of time. You see Russia and Ukraine have dipped below us. And one of the things Russia did yesterday was they removed the minimum price that they had set. They had a minimum price of $250 per metric ton that they cast aside. That limit is gone. Allow them to sell for less than 250. The reason being, though, is that they just don't have much to have. It shouldn't be too impactful. It only goes to July 1st, but that might change the dynamics and slow down U.S. sales just a little bit. Going back to corn and beans, you can see we're not really competitive compared to Argentina right now, but Argentina's having trouble getting theirs to market. So that could still lead to some sales for the U.S. despite the price difference. And finally, taking a look at overnight prices, you see red across the board, but looking at the numbers, you can see it's very minimal, down about a penny or less on all three of corn, beans, and wheat. More importantly, versus this time yesterday, corn is up about 4 cents, soybeans are up about 11 cents, and wheat is up about 2 cents. We expect today to be a quiet day. We're thrilled with what's taken place this week, the gains made this week. All we want to see today, we'd welcome low volume and be happy to see prices maintain their levels. If we have a repeat of yesterday where the overnight was down, but we actually made some gains during the day, that would be fantastic. But the main thing is we just like to at least get through this week holding at these levels and see what happens from there. We do still anticipate trade deals to be announced soon. It sounds like something's coming real soon with India, and that could be a market mover much more so than the UK deal that was announced. It sounds like Japan is coming around, some more scheduled talks, but it sounds like really the next big one to drop will be with India. That's going to be all for today. One note, obviously, with Memorial Day on Monday, no markets are closed. We will be closed. On Tuesday, I will be traveling, so there will not be any market monitor. I have to go out of town for a funeral, but I will be back with the market monitor on Wednesday. We have Jason's livestock update later today, so watch out for that as well. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great Memorial weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week.